Hi, Bruce. After News Chopper 3 flying around, and this is the big picture. This is just amazing. The whole complex out here in Glendale for the Super Bowl. A lot of things going on down there, and so we're looking forward to a great game this weekend. But I want to show you something. I want to take it back, do a little history lesson for you. Check this out. Here we go. Super Bowl 30, Sun Devil Stadium. What was that, 1996, Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a picture we took from News Chopper 3 back then. Look at the crowds filing into Sun Devil Stadium. You can see they have the fireworks starting to go up. This was right at the beginning of the game. They still had a lot of festivities on the field, but there you go. 12 years ago, Sun Devil Stadium, Super Bowl 30. So from News Chopper 3, that's what it looks like. And Len, thanks for flying. We will send that back downstairs to you guys down there in the Super Bowl.
That is very cool. I'm glad you brought that up with you this morning, Bruce. Thanks so much. Want to introduce Good morning, Arizona, and once again, welcome to everyone who's in town visiting for the FBR Open and, of course, Super Bowl 42. We were live yesterday from the TPC in Scottsdale. Today, we've moved out to the NFL Experience right next to the University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale, getting ready for the big game between the Patriots and the Giants. And, Bruce, it's been great to be able to talk to you for the past few days, and I'm so glad that you're doing this next story because we live right over near the 944 Village where the ESPN stuff is going on. Right. So the Goodyear Blimp has been there for days, and if you think it's loud when you fly over the neighborhood, it is much louder when the Goodyear Blimp is on top of you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's amazing. And Tara, in the blimp world, they have a saying that goes something like, you know, they cast a spell on you and nobody doesn't love a blimp. And I got to find out why yesterday. Check this out. How do you cover the biggest game of the year?
Goodyear Blimp 10 Alpha, like to push back from the mast.
You fly the biggest aircraft in the sky. John Conrad has flown the Goodyear Blimp Spirit of America, crisscrossing the country 3 times. He said there's not a better way to see the USA.
You're at the perfect altitude to see everything that's going on, and you're going at the perfect speed to really get a pick out items and things that you want to see on the ground.
If you've ever watched the Indy 500, a Rose Bowl game, or a U.S. Open golf tournament, you've seen television coverage from the Goodyear Blimp. It's the most recognizable TV camera platform in the world.
The hardest part is holding NASCAR, chasing the cars around the track. They're going pretty fast. Oh, yeah, they are. What about golf? Following that little golf ball from 1,000 feet? Yeah, right, but we hardly ever do any golf. But it is difficult. When we do, it's pretty difficult.
You know, I'm lucky enough to fly News Chopper 3. I've flown with the Blue Angels in a fighter jet, the Thunderbirds in a fighter jet, and now I rounded out with the Goodyear Blimp. How cool is this?
Goodyear's been flying the blimps for over 80 years. The ships fly about 300 miles or 8 hours a day to the next game they must televise, but they are not alone. Like traveling gypsies, as many as 20 people make up the ground crew that follows the blimp around the country.
It's unique. Everybody, it's so many different personalities on one crew. It's the most unique job I've ever had.
And the Goodyear Tire Company, well, they fly 3 blimps.
We go as far north as Seattle, and we've gone as far east as New Jersey.
So this Super Bowl Sunday, when you see some awesome aerials, well, you just met the crew members that bring it all to you in TV land. I'm telling you that it was such a great trip flying that thing around. We flew over the stadium and all that, so it's just amazing. And Tara, at one time they actually manufactured the Goodyear blimps out here in Arizona in Litchfield Park. So that was kind of an interesting detail I have. And I want to thank John Conrad and all the crew. John called me and told me to come on meet him out there and fly with him. I've shown him in the air many times when he's come to Arizona for like all the games, and he gave me this totally cool book, the Blimp book, and I'm totally a blimp junkie now. I just wanted to show this one shot because everybody has a lot of questions about it. Those things are just one big bag. Here's what it looks like when they fill them up, and there's no structure inside that blimp. And so
wow.
I found that pretty interesting. And one more shot. Here's a couple of them inside the hangar. And I'm just totally hooked on blimps now. So I might try to go learn how to fly blimps. What do you think? And we'll fly that around instead of News Chopper 3?
You know what? I think you could mix it up a little bit, yeah. I think that'd be your next step. Thank you, Bruce. Hey, bring the Blimp book into work. We'll pass that around. Good coffee table book. Brad Perry joins us.